Hi, welcome back to Herbal Bunny's Pharmacy. I'm Dr. Tamitha Davis. Today, I want to go over some of the medicinal herbs that I'm going to be planting for the 2025 season. There's a lot here. I've made notes because sometimes, if you see any of my other videos, you know I like to squirrel and ramble on and repeat myself. That is one of the things I'm going to work on this year, is not rambling and repeating myself and trying to keep on track. So let's go ahead and dive into what medicinal plants I'm going to be planting this spring. Now, I'm not going to be giving you all of the benefits of each plant. I just want to kind of give you what I feel is like the most important one of each plant, just to kind of keep this video short. I may, quite possibly will, go into longer videos of each individual herb, but today, for the sake of time, we're just going to go over just what I feel is the best. First one up is Wormwood. Wormwood is great for pain, inflammation, and internal parasites. This one is Tulsi. This is for colds, fevers, flu, asthma. I also like it for stress management. Also been used for heart and liver disease. Next one is going to be Skullcap. This one I like to use for anxiety, stress, insomnia, things to do with your head, like if you have like a racing mind, racing thoughts, just a lot of mental fog, then Skullcap. Think anything mental wise or neurological going on with your head, Skullcap would be your answer. Shepherd's purse. I wish I had some of this when I had him because I had a lot of bleeding after he came out. So if you have a lot of bleeding after you've given birth, then shepherd's purse will help with uterine contractions. It helps with heavy menstrual flow, things like that. The next one is Mullein. It's got a lot of different uses, but I like to use it for expelling stuff in your lungs. If you have a lot of mucus buildup in your lungs, to help having your cough be more effective, and it also helps with inflammation as well. Motherwort. Now, this one I started taking when I was going through perimenopause. It helps with hot flashes, sleeping, insomnia. It helps you to sleep better and helps to balance out your hormones. Also works really well if you suffer from heart palpitations due to being in menopause or perimenopause. Now, if there's some people has heart palpitations, that may be due to lack of magnesium or potassium. But this one works really well for women, heart palpitations due to menopause. Lobelia, aka pukeweed, helps with asthma, bronchitis, anything of the lungs. It also helps other herbs to perform their duties better. Licorice root, this helps you with digestive disorders. If you have a lot of inflammation in your esophagus from GERD or acid reflux, any ulcers that you have in your digestive system, then licorice root is beneficial for that. However, you want to make sure if you're on blood pressure medications or you have high blood pressure, taking larger doses of licorice root can raise your blood pressure. It's also really good for bacterial and viral infections. A herb that's really good for ladies going through menopause is Chaste. It can also help with cramping, menstrual complaints, but a lot of women also use it for fertility. So if you are trying to get pregnant, Chaste would be a go-to. I was taking Chaste when I got this little guy. This next one I'm very tempted to use on my son, Catnip, because it helps to relax you. I give it to him for teething. He's been teething, so I give him like a teaspoon of it in his milk. It helps you to relax. It's kind of like a sedative, but not with all the crazy side effects. It just kind of helps to relax your nervous system, and apparently he's going to take it and read about it himself. He's like, "Is this what you're giving me, Mommy?" It can help with your kidneys, malaria, things like that, but it's typically used for women for menstrual cramps. It helps to relax the muscles for cramping. Our future gardener. talking to the people about the herbs. The next one is ashwagandha, which is my favorite. Apparently it's his favorite too, but it's an adaptogen. I took it all through my pregnancy and I'm still taking it, just not in very high doses because there's not a whole lot of studies done on the effects it will have on baby boy, but it does help me out with regulating my stress. I guess I forgot to mention that I do get these seeds from strictlymedicinalseeds.com. Also, Mountain Rose Herbs carries this brand as well. So this one here actually comes in a whole packet. The other ones I just showed you were individual seeds, but on the back here it tells you what they are. But I'm going to hold it up just so you guys can see the names of them and the scientific name, and so he can play with them, obviously. Our next one is burdock. Now this one helps you to reduce insulin sensitivity and to help lower blood sugar. There's many other things, but that's what I like most about it. This one is calendula. This is really good for skin irritation, anything like psoriasis or rashes, bee stings, things like that. Also, you can use it internally for inflammation. Also, upset stomach, cramping, and menstrual issues as well for like cramping or heavy bleeding. And chamomile is another great one for anxiety, for the sleep, for fevers, things like that. Next one is echinacea. It helps to boost your immune system. It actually triggers your body to have an immune response. You don't want to use it very long internally because it does make your immune system work. And I've used it for external on my mom's like wounds and stuff like that to help your skin to heal itself. This next one I like to use with the licorice root. I had like a brain blurb there for a second. But elecampane, it helps to with respiratory issues, to help with coughing and breaking up mucus in your lungs. Also been known for its anti-cancer properties. Evening primrose is another great one for women for menstrual complaints with PMS, cramp, bloating. It also increases fertility. It helps to boost your sex drive. So ladies, here you go. Next one is feverfew, and just like the name says, it does help with fighting a fever. It also helps with migraine headaches, which is what I'm getting. This next one I had growing all over my property, but I'm going to try to contain it into one area because where I have it growing now, I'm trying to use that for something else. Plus this spreads like crazy, but it's lemon balm. It helps with stress, anxiety. It helps you to sleep. So if you have a lot of anxiety, stress, or panic disorders, things like that, depression, lemon balm, along with many, many other benefits, give this one a try. I love marshmallow. It doesn't taste like marshmallow. It's just the root kind of is white like a marshmallow. But this is what I used for my mom. She had internal bleeding and she had a lot of GERD and acid reflux. But this is what I used on her stomach. So it helps to settle the stomach and any digestive issues that you may have. Stinging nettle is one of those herbs that you could probably take a whole hour and a half talking about. I like it because it helps with iron. I have had low iron forever, but this is one of the things that I take to help with boosting my iron. It also has like every vitamin and mineral that you can think of, so it's good just to be eaten as a food. So I'm going to plant this one and hopefully it won't take over everything and somebody when they get older getting stung by it. But it's also, people have used it to help with inflammation on their skin. They actually touch it and everything else to get the effects of the stinging nettle. So I like it for iron and minerals. Cayenne pepper, get the blood flowing. It also helps with bleeding, lowers cholesterol, lots of benefits. If you are very cold always, this will help you. You can also put this in like a salve or something and use it for externally for pain. Sage is good for sore throat, mouth. It's also good for memory loss, which I've got after I had him. helps with diabetes and high cholesterol, and you can use this in a variety of different ways. Most people like to cook with it, but you can capsulate these or put it into a tea with some other herbs. All right, the next one is valerian. Yeah, valerian. So this one is another one of those help knock you out, sleep, insomnia, things like that. You want to use the root. The flowers smell wonderful. The root does not. The root smells like a wet horse. And it's also really good for you ladies if you have PMS cramps or any other menstrual issues, and also helpful ladies who have menopause symptoms. All right, we're almost done. Wood betony. This one is for any tension-related stress or anxiety. It also helps with digestive disorders, and it's also been taken to improve circulation. Okay, last one is yarrow. So I like yarrow. If you have a fever, it helps your fever. It builds the fever to make it work better. And it's also good for internal bleeding. So if you have heavy menstrual flow, then yarrow can help to ease that up. I put this on my mom for external bleeding as well. She had skin tears a lot. So I would put some of this powdered up, and I just sprinkle it right on her sores that were bleeding, and they would stop bleeding very quickly. She was on blood thinners, but worked amazingly well. Also good for heartburn and digestive issues and any inflammation that you have in your digestive tract. All right, so that is all the seeds that I'm going to be planting, medicinal seeds I'm going to be planting for this year. Probably not. I'm sure there's a ton more that I'm going to try to plant, but those are the ones that I recently got. And I will go, like I said before, I will okay. Somebody's getting sleepy. I took all of his little papers away. Oh, child abuse. Alright, you guys, thank you for hanging out with me and going over some of the seeds. I know it was just kind of like a quick thing, but I wanted to keep this video quick, and, you know, when you got a baby, it's kind of hard to do some of this stuff too, because he wants to grab everything, as you all saw. But, alright, you guys, I'm going to get this guy some milk, and hopefully he'll take a nap.